Detective stands by cover-up claims. Goldsmith stabbed to death. GCOM commissioner has died. And American firm to build petrochemical plants. I am Noriko Bulford, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Police detective Dion Bascom said that he is standing by his claims that there is a cover-up in the investigation into the murder of Ricardo Fagundes, aka Paper Shorts. And Bascom has since hired Nigel Hughes to defend him in court if need be. Over the weekend, Bascom received lawyers' letters from Police Superintendent Mitchell Caesar, businessman Azruddin Mohammed, and Mohammed security agent Mark Richmond. The three are being represented by the same law firm, Punai and Punai, and they have all denied the accusations. And they are also demanding an apology as well as a retraction while threatening multi-million-dollar lawsuits against the detective. 28-year-old shop owner Rosemaris Revoldio Torres was shot dead during an altercation at Mawasi Landing, Konawaruk, Region 8, on Friday last. According to the police, Torres and 4 others decided to intervene when the vendor next door to Torres started abusing his girlfriend. Their intervention angered the man, leading to words being exchanged, bottles pelted, and the suspect eventually chasing them down and opening fire on them. Torres' friend is currently hospitalized, while Torres was pronounced dead on arrival. 35-year-old Natoya Narayan was killed in a serious accident on the Linden-Susdike Highway on Sunday morning. Narayan's boyfriend, his daughter, and Narayan's daughter were passengers in the car when Narayan lost control of the vehicle and crashed. The boyfriend and his child sustained minor injuries, while Narayan's daughter was hospitalized with a broken leg. Over 200 persons applied to join the Guyana police force during a recruitment drive held in Berbice. This is the first recruitment drive since the pandemic. The police force is spreading across the nation, seeking to recruit some 700 new officers. While past estimates say the force requires thousands more officers, the GPF is just focusing on this 700 for now. Demerara Distillers Limited and the government signed an agreement to establish a US $15 million milk plant on Friday. Chairman of DDL Komal Samaru told Starbrook News, quote, "We have been working on the feasibility, and we have come to a conclusion that it was feasible. We presented it and are working on a specific location and so on." End quote. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is this 2016 Suzuki Jimmy Sierra 4-wheel drive. It comes with regular and low-range 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth mug rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $3.4 million, or pay as low as $700,000 down with around $67,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet deal. The government has signed a US $44 million loan agreement with the World Bank as part of the Guyana Strengthening Human Capital Through Education project. According to the Ministry of Education, the project will support the piloting and national rollout of a new curriculum for grades 7 to 9 and finance textbooks for grades 7 to 11. It will also see the development of a new TVET sector policy for 2022 to 2030 and improve the delivery of TVET at secondary and post-secondary institutions. 24-year-old goldsmith Karim Qayyum was stabbed to death on Friday night during an argument with a friend at the Muslim Youth Organization ground in Georgetown. According to the police, Qayyum and the 21-year-old suspect, who police have yet to name, were both well known to each other as they were both members of said organization. The fight reportedly started during a cricket game after Qayyum complained that the other man was calling him offensive names. The suspect is currently in police custody. On Friday, Carlin Causeway and his cousin Devin Causeway were charged with trafficking narcotics. According to the police, a noise complaint in Kwakwani had led officers to the men, who had in their possession over 20 pounds of ganja. Carlin Causeway pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 3 years in prison, as well as he was fined $17 million. Devin pleaded not guilty and was placed on $100,000 bail. They will be back in court October 7th. On Saturday, a raid at the Mazaruni prison uncovered almost a kilogram of weed, several smoking papers, as well as a bottle of alcohol stashed in the outer wall of the prison. No arrests have been made as of yet. Well, Saturday must have been Anti-Ganja Day, because that same day, Kanu arrested 3 people after uncovering 14 kilograms of ganja in All Boys Town, Georgetown. Meanwhile, no one was arrested when Kanu found 5.4 kilos in a clump of bushes over at Sheet Anchor, East Kanji, Berbice. Staying in Berbice, this morning, Suraj Ganpat was charged with murdering his ex-wife, 24-year-old Cindy Ramchandar, on the 8th of August of this year at number 47 Village Quarantine, Berbice. He was not required to plead to the indictable charge and was remanded to prison until November 2nd, 2022. So, you need parts for your truck and you looked your eyeballs out and can't find it? Did you check Powered Automotive? Get high-quality DAF, International, Freightliner, Bedford TM, or Scammell truck parts at the lowest prices at Powered Automotive. Visit them at Lot 1161 EE Eccles, or call them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. GCOM Commissioner Bibi Shadiq has died. She passed away on Saturday afternoon and was buried on Sunday in traditional Islamic fashion. Shadiq served as an MP, a former chairman of the Broadcasting Authority, as well as the Minister of Social Services under a previous PPP government. She was 76 years old. Minister Ashni Singh has declared the 15th of September as Census Day in Guyana. This follows the National Assembly's approval for $2 billion Ghana dollars in supplementary funding for the exercise. The declaration marks the commencement of a 3-month-long enumeration period. Guyana's last census was in 2012, and since then there have been many changes across the length and breadth of the nation. Now for today's oil update. According to Bobby Gosai Jr., the Senior Petroleum Coordinator within the Ministry of Natural Resources, the Starbuck block is expected to produce some 93.6 million barrels of oil equivalent for this year, and of that amount, Guyana will get an estimated 12 lifts of 1 million barrels each. Starbuck News says they did not say how many barrels from that amount would be the government's take, but instead Gosai said that the government, quote, will receive 12 lifts of profit oil entitlement, end quote. In other oil news, American chemical company Chemtech Limited is prepared to build a U.S. $200 million oil refinery and integrated petrochemical manufacturing complex on the east bank of Demerara. According to the company, they are only waiting for approval from the EPA. The refinery is not state-owned, nor will it be producing gasoline. Rather, it is an American company that will be producing petrochemical products such as methanol, urea, melamine, veneer board, formaldehyde, and fertilizer. It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now for our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. Friday's question was about interpersonal violence and what should be done to try to lower it. Dimitri V says there's no easy way to tackle the issue because there needs to be solutions on multiple fronts. The first front is the police should be involved in any domestic or civil dispute because it seems like all these disputes turn violent for no legitimate reason. The second thing is that there needs to be done is social work because after said crime has been committed, these people are going to be put into prison, do their time, and then they come back out, but they are not rehabilitated. Someone has to be checking up on them so they can be a functioning person of society. Third, and most importantly, is mental health. If you're getting mad over disputes and it causes you to go pull out a knife or a gun or whatever to harm another person over words, something's not right in your head, and you need to get help for that. Practice calming or relaxing habits. Get therapy. Put down the drink if that's making it easier to set you off on it. Indeed, all good points, Dimitri. I like that. So, before we get to tonight's question, you can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Now for tonight's question, I want to know what's one of the biggest things concerning you that the media is not covering. I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.